Hi, I'm Ashley Rhodes-Courter with Levi's Shape What's to Come, and I'm here with Jessica Lawrence, who is the CEO of the Girl Scout Council in Southern California. Jessica, thank you so much for being here with us today, and I would just love to hear a little bit more about the work that you're doing.
Sure. So I am the CEO of a Girl Scout Council in Riverside and San Bernardino counties in Southern California, and we support about 10,000 girls and work with 5,000 volunteers to provide Girl Scout programming in our area.
That's incredible. One of the really cool things about Shape What's to Come is that it really highlights the idea that millennial women in particular, we're no longer taking a linear path to school, careers, family. What was your path and inspirations along the way?
So my path, I started out as a performer at a really young age. I started out as a dance major in college and had done a lot of dancing through high school. And then I decided to take a break from that and majored in psychology as the major that I graduated with. I took a year off during college to work as an AmeriCorps Vista for Jumpstart for Young Children, which does literacy programming for kids in Head Start. So I had dabbled a little bit in that nonprofit space, but really didn't have an idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up until I started getting involved in Girl Scouts.
And who would you say was your biggest mentor or inspiration?
I think the whole idea of mentorship has been really confusing for me because I used to have friends that would be like, oh, I just asked so-and-so to be my mentor. And I'd be like, what does that mean? Like, I don't get that. Like, how do you ask somebody to be your mentor? And like, what is the definition of a mentor? And so I think I've always struggled with that and have never really had anybody who I would officially call my mentor until probably recently, where I really started realizing that somebody doesn't have to have that title mentor. You don't have to go up to them and sort of ask them, will you be my mentor? There are people that have come into my life in different ways that are mentors for me in different aspects of the things that I'm working on. So, you know, authors like Seth Godin, I really feel like he's a mentor to me. I've been able to get to know him and talk to him and get information from him. But then there's also a whole group of young female entrepreneurs that are peers of mine who I also feel like are mentors for me. And so that sort of mixed group of people, I think, has provided a lot of valuable leadership and guidance for me as I've sort of moved through the organization.
And what would you say would be the best piece of advice that you would give to young women trying to figure out their path or what they want to do or maybe their careers?
I think the concept of, you know, knowing what you want to be when you grow up, when you're 17, 18, 19, even 30, is sometimes a little bit crazy because I think that changes and morphs as you change as a person and you realize what you're passionate about, and sometimes those passions change throughout life. And so the idea that you're going to have one thing that you know you want to do when you're 17 or 18, I think is a little bit crazy. I mean, it didn't happen for me that way, and I know a lot of other women who feel the exact same way. If there is something that you're totally passionate about and want to focus on, that's awesome. But I think for a lot of people, that's not where they see themselves. And so I just feel like the opportunities that I've had to explore, and one of the things that I've loved about being involved in nonprofits is this ability to wear multiple different hats. I love that I started out doing fundraising, but I also learned how to do program development and deal with human resources and marketing and all of those things. And I feel like at this point I have a really great basic skill set that I could then apply to pretty much anything that I realized that I was passionate about.
I want to thank you so much for all of the wisdom that you've imparted on all of the women watching this interview. And for all of you at home, check out www.shapewhatstocome.com to learn more about Jessica and other incredible women who are helping to shape what's to come.